Bitch, don't project. Don't project. I don't know what y'all are doing over there, but I know what was happening over here, and it was none of that, shawty.
Ain't got a twin, just working like I'm double. No bun in my oven, been eating for a double. Just for fun, man, let me get a double. Ooh, get me in some trouble. See my old rates, but now I'm charging double. Yeah, double. 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 See the fucking champ, so I had to knock him out.
I'm about to have a get ready with me and smoke vibe, feel me? And I'm also gonna make it a story time. So it's get ready with me, smoke, and story time. Like, we're multitasking in this motherfucker, okay? And that's what people need to know, is while you're high, you can multitask. I'll let you in on something, because I do my makeup high too often. Like, it won't even be entertaining to you guys. I'm so sorry. Like, it just won't even be entertaining. So let me get into the smoking. My sister's here and she's gonna make me laugh. So if I'm laughing, looking in this direction, it's because Grace is here.
Absolutely right.
Alright, you guys, I'm gonna tell you about the time that I stole her nigga. So first of all, let me preface this all by saying that A, no, I don't condone stealing bitches' niggas. B, no, I didn't intentionally steal a bitch's nigga. Stay tuned for that shit. C, you know, if you do know someone's having something going on, I just think it's nasty for you to insert yourself, because also just think about the person that you're trying to insert yourself with. It's like, clearly they ain't got no loyalty, so why would you even want to play that game? You feel me? So with all that being said, back when I went to school in motherfucking New York, and not that anything's against New York, I love New York, what's up, y'all? Hey, but some shit went down while I was out there, okay? Back when I went to school up there, you know, I was in the middle of Manhattan, and it was like, it's called the New School, it's a real artsy school. Lots of artists, so, you know, just lots of personalities and shit constantly happening out there. And anyways, I was cool with like some girls that I actually knew out from out here in LA and moved out there. Like, we all kind of went on our own, but we linked up out there because we known each other a long time. So that was cool. And then one of the girls that I knew, she was like more into hanging around the school and like actually being social. My ass is the type that's like, I'm about to go to school, get my shit done, get my motherfucking A's, Dean's List, okay? And get my ass the fuck home, alright? Let's make some food, you feel me? I'm gonna call over my nigga, whoever that may be, maybe my bitch, you feel what I say? And let's just play the hell up, you feel me? So, with that being said, it was she that had to introduce me to this crew, because like I was literally home. Like, me and my roommate were best friends, and we were just like always vibing with each other. So I was with this girl from LA. For this video, we're gonna call her. Like, let me say another preface, okay? There's all love. Like, I don't have beef with anyone here. Like, this story I think is mad comedy, because it just goes to show like you can't, like, just stay tuned, bro. Like, but there's no bad blood. There's no beef. Like, I'm not trying to wish anybody harm, no paint them in a negative perspective, and that is why I'm giving everybody names. Also, you feel me, there's no need to just be pointing out all the motherfuckers, because maybe people didn't know. Like, in New York, people who are around us maybe didn't know the story. And we can keep it that way, now won't we? So, anyways, I'm gonna name the girl who introduced me to the guy that this story is about Petty Patricia, okay? And she's petty because of a lot of fucking reasons. She was my friend, but she was petty. She's petty, you feel me? Like, and it was no beef. There's still no beef now. There was no big falling out, but it's probably because of prejudice. Like, one time we were in the cafeteria at my school, me and Petty Patricia, and we were getting some food, These guys rolled in that she knew, because again, like, she just knew more people at the school, and she was just like, yo, what's up? So the guys that walked in was just like this random guy who won't even be popping up yet. He's just like the homie. And then the nigga, like, the nigga, I'm gonna call him Scar. Scar popped up in that bitch, and Petty Patricia is just kind of like, oh, hey, y'all, da-da-da-da, like, this is Cee, like, I'm like, yo, what's up, woo, and then here goes Scar, he's like, you know, what are you majoring in? I tell him, he's like, oh, you don't rap anymore? And I'm just like, first of all, right then, I was blown to bits, because no one at my school knew I rapped at that time. Like, I was really big on, like, I want to take the poetry classes and get better as a rapper or writer, and then kind of, like, attack type vibes. I rapped a lot when I was younger, but no one in New York should know this shit, right? So when he said to me, like, you don't rap anymore, I was really just, so that was our first, like, encounter. The next time I saw him was, like, later that day or maybe the next day. And I was again with Petty Patricia. We were all in the library and we were just kind of vibing out. So he comes in, we're talking, it's, like, super duper flirty and cute. Like, I can't lie, we just had, like, a kind of easy communication type situation. So it was just like, whoa, this is too crazy. Like, I just met this kid, but we're talking and low-key vibing, flirting, like, right here in front of Petty Patricia. Peek. I don't normally move like that. Like, I wouldn't be so loud in front of my friends like that, but it was just kind of like, yo, I can't help it, right? So 2 seconds later, this other girl that I've known a very long time, like I said, mind you, it wasn't planned, but somehow me and a bunch of people I knew from LA ended up all at, like, the same school or in the same area. So it just was like we would bump into each other randomly, even though we never planned, like, hanging out like that. I was close with, like, 2 of the girls, but there was 3 girls down there, and the 3rd girl I wasn't really close to like that. So anyway, she rolls in. I'm going to name her Suspicious Susan. Suspicious Susan walks in this bitch, and she's just moving suspiciously, just, like, lurking. Like, she's not the type to come say hi to you. It's like, you'll peep her and she peeps you, and y'all kind of, like, wave, and the next thing you know, it's like she'll walk by and she's like, oh, how are you doing? It's like she just always acts like Blair from, like, Gossip Girl. Like, super, like bougie, but you don't know why. Like, what exactly is making you feel this bougie type vibes? Like, so she walks in, and she starts talking to Scar. And I'm just kind of like, okay, do they know each other? What vibe? Like, what tense? Like, you know? So since she's talking to him, I just feel like it's only right, it's girl code to just be like, I don't know, I just met this nigga, right? And the way that they were talking, it was, like, off to the side. Like, I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know anything. So I walk up, and, like, he still turns back and is, like, on some low-key flirty shit. I'm just looking at her. I can't catch her vibe. Her energy was just, like, real muddled. And I was just kind of like, okay. So he walks off, and I asked her, like, right in that moment, I was just like, yo, like, do you and Scar, like, talk, or do y'all vibe around it? And she was like, oh, no. Like, that little boy's in love with me, but, like, no. Like, plays him out, right? Little boy this, little boy that. She is a grade above him, so I'm just kind of like, okay, whoa. But I'm a grade below him, so I'm just like, look, all that raw type shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, I don't know what happened, but good to know you don't vibe with this nigga. Awesome. So as time goes on, I just keep bumping into him, and we're just, like, you know, vibing, getting to know each other. But there is this weird apprehension with him that I can't understand. But I'm constantly, like, talking to Petty Patricia because she's, like, cool with me, and I'm just thinking, like, ultimately it doesn't matter to me that she knows him, because I'm just like, we've known each other for years, so no way you'll be more loyal to him than you'll be to me, because it's like, we've known each other for years and years, and she's at my house all the time. Like, we were always together. So it's just kind of like, I don't really know you when you would have the time to talk to him about me for any long, like, longevity, because it's like, I feel like I always see you at the same time too. Like, she was always over. So anyways, it's just kind of like, as time continues on, he's coming over while she's there. We'll all just have, like, smoke sessions. Like, there was this other guy that he was really cool with. I'll call him Thing One, because he's gonna come up a little bit later. My guy. Thing One will be there, and Thing One and Petty Patricia low-key had a thing for each other, but never wanted to address it, and it was just like, okay, but they were close friends. Like, Thing One and Scar were close friends, me and Petty Patricia were close friends, so it just kind of worked. Like, let's just be like the quadruplet in this bitch. Fine. But Scar was acting weird, like, as flirty and, like, in my face as he would be. He started coming over a lot as well. Like I said, we would all just smoke together and shit. And as flirty as he would be, it just also felt like he wasn't moving things along. It was like, hey, you're here, like, we're flirting with close friends. Like, everyone on campus now is almost, like, assuming we go together, and it's just kind of like, for me, like, nothing physical has happened yet. So it's just like, do we go together? Like, I'm not quite sure. So he comes up to me randomly, just like, oh, like, you know, what, like, you want me this, you want me that? And I'm just like, well, where the fuck have you gotten this information from? Because, like, I never said this to him. So it's like, right away I'm knowing, like, Petty Patricia, I had to tell you this because the only mutual person that we know that has told this to was Petty Patricia. But I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's trying to be Cupid, like, you know, she's trying to put the shit together. That's what she told him. Okay, maybe, like. So I'm like, whatever, I'm just cooling out on it. And it actually did lead to us having like a conversation that helped us like frame our relationship more, and it was more like a thing like, okay, we go together, cool. But around that time before we got there, like I just felt like, again, in that haziness, I was trying to figure out what was going on. And since Petty Patricia was going and telling him shit, I was just assuming like, okay, if she knew anything, like she would come tell me. Every now and then, Suspicious Susan's name would be mentioned, but it would always be mentioned in a way where it was like no one wanted me to hear more about. Like it was like, I don't know, it was like it was hidden, like the whole story was hidden type of vibe. But I was still just so confused because it's like, okay, she put this nigga out, maybe you had a crush on her and you don't want me to know you had a crush on her because like you don't want me to know like she didn't want you. Like, okay, like I don't really care. And again, like I said, I've talked to her and she's told me like it's not a problem, so then it's not a problem. So by the time that we were like going together, it was just like, okay, like everything's cool. Meanwhile, my other good friend that was mutually friends with Petty Patricia and I, we'll call her Thing 2. She and I were closer than Petty Patricia and I were. Like, Thing 2, I can't even give her a name because it's like, I don't even want to disrespect like that. So it's literally just like, I'm gonna leave Thing 2 and that's just that. So it's like, she would always hint to me just kind of like, I feel like you and Petty Patricia need to have like more conversations about Scar. And I would just kind of always be like, what do you mean? Like, what kind of conversations? Well, I don't know, I just feel like I need to talk more. And it's just like the fact that she would come to me and say that again felt like, here goes Petty Patricia running her fucking mouth. What would make Thing 2 even come to me and say that when she didn't go to school with us? She went to another school that was like in the same area. So it's just kind of like, why would she know anything about Scar that, you know, like anything special about him that I don't know? Like, the only person she could be talking about is Petty Patricia, and she's telling me to go talk to her, so it's just like, what's going on? So it's like, I would have moments with Petty Patricia. It was just us there where I would be talking about my feelings for Scar, talking about the vibe with Scar. She would always either be just kind of silent, or if I would tell her something sweet that he did, or this, that, she'd be like, he said that, or he did that, and I'm just like, bitch, why are you so surprised or excited? Like, I mean, yeah. You know, I wasn't the bad bitch that I am today, but honey, look, and remember, it's always been said, okay? So with that shit being said, yo, I stopped doing my makeup. Hold on, y'all. I got high and distracted. I'm about to catch up to my level of this story. Yeah, I don't know why she was really excited about like our bonding connection, because I felt like if y'all talk so much again that you like Cupid this up, why are you surprised? Like, or I was thinking it was Cupid, but maybe she was just had my name in her mouth just a little bit too much while I wasn't there, and I just don't fuck with that. Like, I'm the type of person who's private. Like, what I feel is private, and or just certain things like that he knew about me, like super duper private and personal things that he was finding out because of her. And it was just like, you know, he was a good guy, so he wasn't really taking advantage of the information or using it against me. But it was like, if he wasn't that kind of guy, like he very well could have preyed on that information he was finding out from her. So there were conversations that just needed to be had, just like, yo, like, I get that we have mutual friends and everything, the circle can get kind of tight, but like, you need to keep your mouth shut a little bit more. Just felt like everything settled down, time went on, and Scar is involved in projects. So he was doing a project at school. I won't be too specific. He just had like the rehearsal for it at the school. And so I was there with him during the rehearsal. It was like connected to like the library and everything, like the main area that we always hung out in. So he walked out there and was just like seeing more of his friends, was like, oh yeah, y'all come look at the rehearsal, give me your thoughts, da da da. So then he goes out another time, and then he comes back in and he's with Suspicious Susan. And I'm like, oh, well, hello, Suze. Like, so where I'm sitting is like in the cut. You can't see me when you walk in the door. Like, you could only see where I was. It was so in the cut, like the same wall as the door, that you could only see me once you had stepped in, sat down, and started looking around. Well, she just A-lined because, again, it was in the middle of rehearsal. She's just like, let me go get a seat. So she sits down, and then after she does sit down and has like a moment to look around, like, she sees me, and she like turned back straight. Like, she looks at me, and I could see her face was like pissed. And then she looks back straight, and it's like as she's sitting there, I could just tell she's getting more and more and more upset. And I'm just thinking, like, what is the problem? Like, again, like, what the fuck is going on when it comes down to this suspicious lady? I asked you again at the very beginning, like, yo, what's the dealios? Like, sign off limits. You never clarified. So it's like, now that all the suspicious activity continues to happen around you, I'm feeling like you're a weirdo, because all this could have been avoided in the first fucking place. So you could have just kept it a stack with me, but you making it seem like you don't give a fuck about this nigga, and he's just someone that's like a peasant to you, and now suddenly you want him. It's like weird, or you're giving me vibes like you want him. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what's happening. And so it's like, that was the next red flag for me. Like, what will cause her to storm out after she saw me? Like, what will cause her to look so mad? And again, I'm asking, he's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what your relationship is. Like, I'm not sure that. I'm like, why are you saying this? He's like, oh, she's just like, can be weird about you sometime. And like, down the road, you know, I'll get to that when I get to that shit. Okay, so then here comes thing two again, my homegirl. She's like still pressing, like, you need to talk to Petty Patricia. And then thing one, Scar's homie, keeps telling me, like, you know, like, just what exactly, like, are y'all sure y'all shit's clear? Thing one was really just weary about us getting too close, it felt like. It's like he felt like I didn't know all the information too, but then didn't want to betray his homie because he was closest with Scar. So it was like, I don't know, he just kept trying to urge me as well. Like, thing one and thing two were both trying to urge me so much to find out more info, and it's like, I'm already like, I try to mind my business, but again, my feelings and my heart's involved in this now, so it's just like, yo, like, what's going on? So I started pressing. Red flag number two. We were going on Tumblr together. I was like there while Scar was going through Tumblr, and he bumped into this photo of Susan on Tumblr, and it was like a nude. And it was like a nude on this like kind of like pop-in photographer's page. And I could see that it bothered him, and he was just like, wow, like, this is crazy. Like, here goes Miss Innocent, like, who's on her. She has like a nude on Tumblr. Like, how wild is this? So it's like he found one of the ones that weren't too explicit, because it wasn't done in an artsy way. It wasn't just her standing there nude. It was done in an artsy way, but you could just tell that her body was naked. And so that was my thing, was like, okay, you could tell this girl's naked, but how do you know this is her body? And that was like another red flag. Like, what the fuck? How do you know her body? And also, like, this is infecting you, not in a way where you're getting mad now, but just in a way where you just feel like, this is sus. Like, she acts so like innocent. I'm just like, well, how do you know she's not innocent? Like, you know what I mean? Or what does her acting innocent have anything to do with you? Like, and so fast forward, I finally get around to just asking him outright, like, what went on with you and Suspicious Susan? And he tells me how they used to deal with each other, how, like, he would stay in her apartment for long periods of time, and that it was just this whole thing. But again, the innocent problem was the issue, because she never wanted to go too far with him. She was, like, with him 24/7, and that's, I guess, why in her mind, she's like, oh, he's in love with me, but I'm not really fucking with him because she didn't go far. But it's like, girl, it just sounded like they had did everything but... And when he was like, you know, yeah, I thought that you knew this, like, because when I went to her and I asked her, like, yo, you know, like, I don't really know what y'all's relationship is, like, you and Cee, he was like, is it cool if we start doing something together? She's like, oh, you know, I don't care, go get your dick sucked. Bitch. What? Okay, hold on. Like, wait. Everybody just stop it. Stop it now. We need some highlight to even fix the disrespect. That was such a disrespectful ass comment. Like, look, I think it's not even, yo, I don't want anybody to be offended here, so it's like I just have to watch my mouth, but I can just say, like, I can be pretty stingy about certain things, and head's gonna be one of them. And so it's like, unless you are that nigga, like, really, literally, like, Drizzy Drake, check me the fuck out, you ain't gonna see what anything got to do with this motherfucking mouth. Bitch, don't project. I don't know what y'all were doing over there, but I know what was happening over here, and it was none of that, shawty. None of that. We could call him up. We can bang his line. Get some witnesses on the stand. Now, I don't know if you could do the same. And that's your fault for talking all that rah-rah. But again, every time I saw her, though, she never, ever would come at me sideways like that. It was always, hey, oh, bitch. Stop being fake when you have the audacity to say to someone in regards to me, go get your dick sucked. Like, what are you even thinking about? Like, I don't even know what she could have possibly have been thinking about when she let those words leave her fucking mouth. So by the time I found this out now, I'm getting hot and heated. And he's just like again confused because he's just like, yo, well, I mean, I know that Petty Patricia knew a lot of this shit. And I just thought like she had told you. And I'm just like, Petty motherfucking Patricia. This is why thing two, our mutual friend was in my face this whole time trying to tell me, go talk to her, because she knew like she has shit she needs to be telling you. How the fuck are you my friend, but you running around here holding Scar's secrets like you've known him for your whole life? You've known this kid for a year. We've known each other for 11. Where's the map? Like, tell me the equation you did. And I'll wait, bro. I'll really wait. She definitely did know Miss Suspicious as fucking well. But it's like, again, I'm sure Suspicious would have wanted her to tell me too. Maybe that would have made me back down. It definitely would have. If I knew that she was fucking with him like that and they actually had this whole history, I would have never messed with him in the first place. But it was just the fact that she didn't want to come off tops and just like be honest with me and like, I feel like she was sleeping on me. And it's just kind of like, I don't know if she saw me again. She was 2 grades older than, like, over me. So I don't know if she just saw me. And I went to school 2 years early, too. So she was about, I think, like 4 or 5 years older than me. So maybe she just looked at me and saw me as a little girl. But the situation is that my entire life, like, the reason why I'm even out here 2 years early is because I graduated high school 2 years early. Like, my entire life, people have always said to me, like, oh, I thought you were older than what you were. I thought you were older than what you were. So especially around this time, so it was like, boo, like, no one's gonna look at me and see some little girl. Like, you see that because you know my age. Like, no one else on this campus sees that. Like, every time I would tell them my age, I'm like, so it's just like, I don't know. Like, she was fast asleep. She was fast asleep. But look, I had to wake her up. And I hate that I had to do it that way because I didn't even know I was being the alarm clock. Like, I was trying my hardest to just be like, yo, I'm in New York. I'm just trying to like mind my motherfucking business out here. I told y'all, go to school, come home, one partner, and just keep it motherfucking simple. But it's like she decided to complicate the whole situation. And from that, like, Petty and Patricia and I's relationship just distanced more and more and more because I just felt like I couldn't trust her with anything. I also knew her loyalty didn't lie with me, so it was just kind of like, okay, you're pointless in my life now. Like, I'm really picky about the people in my life, and when I feel like you don't have loyalty to me, then you're just not relevant in my life. Like, I'm not gonna I don't need to have a bunch of different personalities in my life to feel fulfilled. It's like, I'd rather have personalities in my life that I'm like, I can really, really trust you. I can trust your advice. I can trust that when I'm not around, you're gonna be loyal to me. Like, I can just trust all of it. When it came down to thing 1 and thing 2, who weren't involved in the situation as closely as she was, that they were both way more loyal to me than her. And it's like, you introduced me to Scar. Like, you should take this responsibility on more than anything. Because again, you were playing Miss Lovemaker, trying to let him know all these different things. But it's like, yeah, you didn't look out for me. You didn't look out for my feelings. Like, and you weren't looking out for a lot of my information. It's just like with that whole situation, I don't know, I just learned more. Like, if there's signs, suspicious red flags, or weird things going down, bro, even if people aren't trying to give you the information, just back the fuck off, yo. Like, it was me backing off that suddenly made all the details start rolling out. Like, because when I say I backed off, like, I backed off. I fucked around and ended up in a whole other relationship. Because I'm just not the one to be played with at all. And when I was in that relationship, Scar was hitting the line. Hello, 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 hello. And Petty Patricia was in my motherfucking face too. And had the audacity to kind of be weirded out as though I was like more distant from her. I was like, baby girl, like, I'm confused why you're confused. Like, In the end, Scar and Petty Patricia's relationship had to come to a motherfucking screeching halt. And it did. That was the only time she demonstrated any fucking loyalty in our whole fucking relationship. Like, congratulations, bitch. You must have Googled it. You must have learned something in school. They finally taught you some shit. But even then, it's like, girl, I'm over you. I can't trust you. And it was that thing of like, yo, like, we all came from LA. We knew each other for forever. And it was like, we're trying to hold each other down. We did have that family type bond. And you're not trying to let some random nigga come in between it. But at that point, I already felt like she had let this same random person come between us. So it's just like, the vibes were weird, but I did just kind of, you know, mellow out, keep to myself until I got back to LA. And even then, me and Scar continued to communicate. Like, Suspicious Susan just like fell off into the Netherlands since though she evaporated into the walls. Like, I literally never ever heard from or spoke to this bitch ever the fuck again personally, nor did like Scar. She was no longer now this like big ass role in Scar's life. Like, she had withered away. And this was by the time I got out of my relationship, and that was like, I was with this girl for like 6 months, so it wasn't a long time. It was just kind of like a little thing and out of it. But yeah, she was gone by that time. You lost your whole nigga because you wanted to be too prideful. Like, all it took was just saying like, oh no, I vibe with him. Like, I don't know what we are, but I vibe with him. Like, stop trying to be so prideful. Pride and love do not mix poo, okay? Period. So with that being said, I'm gonna come back and show you guys the finished look when I am done. So stay tuned for that, and I am out now. So this is my final look. I am literally going to just go see my parents today because, as we all know, this quarantine has us all fucked up. We want everyone to be safe and, you know, take this seriously so we can just move past this very quickly as possible. Prayers up to everyone who's putting in my work for this and all the families that are being affected by this. And anyway, also as a side note, this time I did include all the information about my face in the description bar below, so do check that out. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.
Ain't got a twin, just working like I'm double. No bun in my oven, been eating for a double. Just for fun, man, let me get a double. Ooh, get me in some trouble. See my old rates, but now I'm charging double. Yeah, double.